everybody, I hope that you're all doing really well. So today I am back very briefly to talk about the books that I read in the second half of April, and it's not going to be a very long one because I didn't finish much. And I'm just noticing there's a hanger right there that's poking out. That's really annoying. I just generally feel today like I'm not very together and very with it. But anyway, books. We are here to talk about books. I'd had a really good couple of weeks for reading at the beginning of April, and unfortunately that didn't seem to carry through. The momentum did not seem to power through the rest of the month. I only ended up finishing off 2 books, and they were 2 fairly short books. And I don't feel like I have much to say on either of them, but I will say I felt a little bit accomplished finishing both of these books because I had been working on them for a little bit of time. So being able to get them off my TBR felt very nice. Firstly, I finally finished reading the Sonnets by William Shakespeare. I had been slowly pouring my way over these over a few months. I feel like the Sonnets by William Shakespeare need no introduction. They are fantastic. There is a reason that they are so lauded, and that's because they are brilliant. Though I will say, I feel like my personal favourites of the sonnets are the ones that everybody knows. You know, things like Sonnet 130 or 141. And I think maybe that's because they are the most quotable and the most memorable. Though it was really nice being able to read these like all together rather than reading them in isolation. I felt like I could see Shakespeare kind of grow into certain sonnets, or where he would bounce ideas off one sonnet and then the next. And that felt kind of cool. One of the themes that Shakespeare goes back to again and again is the idea of his sonnet as a way of immortalizing a person, his way of immortalizing his love being through his pen, which I really appreciated. I also found the procreation sonnets just really funny. I know a lot of people get annoyed about them because they are basically Shakespeare being like, have children! And I think because they are the first, what is it, the first 17, 18 sonnets, it just feel like you're kind of being hit over the head being told, procreate, procreate. Whereas by the end of them, they just felt so familiar, that message just felt so familiar that I was like, Will telling me to have children. Classic Will. And that's what I think is so nice about finally reading these and slowly poring over them and like then going back and looking at critical material about them, is that you do just grow this familiarity with the sonnets. They don't feel like these big high in the sky inaccessible reads. And something that I'm coming to find is that the more that I read classics, the more I feel like I can pick apart them and be more critical. And I can kind of point at a flaw in a Shakespeare poem and be like, oh, Will, you missed something there. Which feels weird to say as somebody who is not a writer. I don't know. There's just something very nice about being able to get more familiar with an author and being able to pick out their quirks and their strengths and even sometimes their flaws. It's nice. I like it. I recommend that you read them. And then finally, I finished Aethelred the Unready, The Failed King by Richard Abels. This is the second book in the Penguin Monarch series, which I'd started doing as a YouTube series. I was going to slowly go through each of the books, but I didn't realise I was going to be so slow about it because I stumbled after the first video. Like, I enjoyed doing my Athelstan video really very much, but this one just seemed to take forever to read. And I think ultimately it comes down to the fact that I don't find this history quite as interesting. I don't find Aethelred as a king as interesting as Athelstan was, or the things that he did during his reign. I'm still definitely going to do a video about this. I'm definitely going to do Penguin Monarchs videos, but this just wasn't a favourite of the Monarchs for me. But you know, more to be revealed when I do that video. The next one in order of the Penguin Monarchs series is Canute, but unfortunately I can't seem to find a physical copy of Canute anywhere. I think you can get it on ebook, but I'm not sure what my capabilities are of having ebooks on my phone or on my laptop. But yeah, otherwise it's like £50 to get, and like these are not worth £50. So I don't really know why that one is out of print, it seems. So I don't know. I will either work out the ebook situation, or I might just jump straight on to book 4, which is Edward the Confessor, I think. And I'll be honest, part of me is tempted to do that just because I want to get out of the early medieval kings and I just want to go straight on to the post-Norman conquest kings. But I know that's just because they are more familiar to me and it's a history I'm more familiar with. Anyone else feel like the word of this video is just familiar? I feel like in every single video there is one word that I seem to latch onto and I just keep on repeating it over and over again through the video. I don't know why that is. I think this is just a symptom of somebody who does not talk very much and does not know how to properly formulate sentences over a long period of time. Anyway, Penguin Monarchs, I am going to be getting back on with this series. I don't know how long it's going to take me to script out this video. I do generally like to make sure that these videos are well scripted and very tight. I do at the very least like to listen to podcast episodes about these monarchs just so I can plug in any gaps that I might have missed whilst reading, because I know what I'm like. I do tend to miss things, and also I just think in terms of reinforcing what I've learned, it's really useful. But yes, I got this done. And yeah, for the 2-week period that was the end of April, that is all I managed to get read, and I don't know how this happened. I think maybe part of it was that I was very focused on editing videos after work, and so I didn't really make much time to read. I also know that I didn't listen to any audiobooks pretty much for like 3 weeks, and I'm still on a bit of a slump with audiobooks at the moment. I seem to be gravitating more towards podcasts at the moment. That being said, on the 1st of May it was Bank Holiday Monday, and I managed to finish 3 books in a row, but unfortunately obviously they do not count because they weren't read in in April. But you know, stay tuned, wait around for my wrap up for the first half of May and you will get to see those books. Do let me know about any books that you've been reading the last few weeks. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you're having a fantastic, fantastic day and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.